Okay, this video is showing how to convert Interstellar Laserdisc game to Esch's Aurunmilla. Okay, the first step to converting to Esch's is you need to have a working Interstellar. Sound working, Laserdisc player working, background working, superimpose board, etc. There's so many things that can go wrong without having a working Interstellar that I'm not even going to try to cover that in this video. So you're on your own getting Interstellar working. Once you've got it working, then the rest of this video will be helpful. Okay, the next step is to label the edge connector in the back of the Interstellar, which is this one back here near these two RCA jacks. So I'm going to put some blue painter's tape on it and write the word up on it. And just so you can get a better idea where this is located, I'm going to slowly move the camera back. And you can see it is at the front of the cabinet. Okay, now I've got some tape on there and the words up. This is actually going to be pretty important because the edge connector goes upside down on the Esch's. Okay, the next step for this video is I have put some anti-static bubble wrap in here, and I have unplugged the back edge connector, so now it's sitting on the top with the words up. The next step is to unplug this smaller edge connector from the front of Interstellar, or I should say it's the back of the cabinet, but if you're sitting behind the cabinet like I am, then it's right here in front. So we're going to unplug this one. Okay, I've now unplugged it, so I'm just going to set it to the side so it's not making contact with any other connections. Before we put the board in, we're going to make sure that the audio cable and the Laserdisc cable are plugged in. So earlier when you added a label to your edge connector and wrote up on it, that needs to match this part on the board that says this side up. It's a confusing message that I wish I didn't put on here because it's very confusing, but that's what it means. It's talking about the orientation of the edge connector. It's not talking about the orientation of the board itself. Okay, the next thing to do is put the Esch board inside the game and turn the edge connector upside down so that up label that you put on here is on the bottom. So I'm going to zoom out so you can see what it looks like. So the edge connector is upside down, Esch board is right side up. At the bottom of the cabinet where the Laserdisc player goes, we're going to unplug the Interstellar cable, which is not compatible with Esch's. Then we're going to plug in the Esch's cable. Here on the soundboard is the audio cable. We're going to unplug it. I'm just going to pan back out so you can see where it is in the cabinet. The Esch audio cable plugs into this spot on the soundboard, the same place that you unplugged the other connector. In front of the game, there's a little internal control panel type thing. The first time we power up Esch's, we're going to hold down, let's see, I can't even read it, it's test switch, hold it down, and then turn on the power, and then let it go. And that should take us to a screen where we can configure the memory. There we go. From this screen, we're going to twist right on the Interstellar joystick, which is the same as going down on Esch's, until we come down to dip switch. We're going to press phaser button. And here's where you want to update all of your settings. So We don't want 9 credits per coin. You move left on the joystick to change this. Press the button to advance. Ship count, I don't know how many you want. 5 sounds good. If you want to be able to have 2 players, if you want the attract mode sound on, and the most important, all reset, because the memory is probably going to be corrupted. And then after we do that, then we can hit end.